Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In this video, we are going to discuss the memorandum of association of any listed company. Basically, this is one of the most important, condition. Basically, it is the charter, the most important document, you can say, memorandum of association. This video is apropos to the previous video. This is an extension of that. So, memorandum of association, it says like this is a charter which contains the fundamental condition on which alone the company is incorporated. Basically, the charter, the fundamental condition, the soul, you can say, document, the soul heart of like this heart is the fundamental element of body. So it is the charter. It defines the limitations of powers of company, the areas beyond which actions of company cannot go. What is the scope of the company? What are the do's and don'ts of the company basically? Its purpose is to enable the shareholders, the creditors, and all those who deal with the company know what it is permitted to range of enterprises. Definitely all the legal aspects, whether it is related to production or it is related to services in production, is it related to cutlery, is it related to manufacturing shoes, or it is related to manufacturing sports items. So all or these things are basically to the range of areas where the scope of your company is. So it is a document which sets out the constitution of company. As such, it is really the foundation on which the structure of company is based. Basically, the most important document, as I told you earlier, the charter. So it defines its relations with outside the world and the scope of its activities. Basically, the introductory statement, the picture of your company to the outside world, you can say. In the case of company limited by shares, the memorandum of association shall state we are actually up till midterms we are linked with only the company is limited by shares. So nature of company, this is the first thing which is comprised on the memorandum of association. The name of the company, promoters are at liberty to choose any name except the similar to or identical with one already exists. Like it should not be a repetition with a pre-existing name. Undesirable names are also not allowed, like the names which are not accepted in the society, which are like slang names should be avoided. Slangs, I hope you understand. Last words of the name must be limited. This is a condition. Like private company should indicate word PVT before limited. So it indicates that this is private. Then situation clause, like the geographical location, the existence. Company must state whether its registered office, where it would be located. Like it is central place for contract and documentation. Name of the city is not advisable where the head office would be located, but the name of the province, whether saying it's in Gujranwala, it's better to say it's in province Punjab. So it creates convenience to shift office from one locality to other within the province. So that's why mentioning province is better. A notice must be served to the registrar concerned about the situation clause, about the geographical location. Then object clause of the company. Object of the incorporated company must be mentioned as it indicates the extent of company's power and sphere of activities incidental to or consequential upon the powers. Company must do the business which is specified in its object clause along with allied matters. Variation from object clause puts in ultra wires. Definitely, there should not be any legal violation. Basically, it is talking about the objects, also the scope. What is the extent of company? What is your company going to produce? The specific object clause, it should not go against any established laws. Your production standard should not be below or should not be defying those laws. Otherwise, variation from the object clause puts in ultra wires. Liability, it includes the extent of liability of promoters and or the shareholders or the members. They are the similar names, those have their amounts in. So company limited by share restricts the liability of their investors, limited up to the extent of amount they have contributed. Like a person A has contributed 5 million, like 50 lakh, so his liability would be to that amount, and he will not be able to you know uh, fulfill any other losses. So he is liable for his own losses. You can say, you can remember it in that sense. Then capital clause, this clause contains the registered or authorized or nominal capital divided into shares. If the authorized capital, let's suppose, is 1 lakh rupees, it may be divided shares containing the price of 10 rupees into definitely 10,000 shares. So normally issued capital achieves its subscription, which leave good gesture on the part of company. Good, because achieving the equal amount of share is good for your reputation. So equation of both issued and subscribed capital increase goodwill of the company. Law doesn't allow reduction in capital. Reduction in capital means your company is not, progressing. Association clause and subscription. Promoters are required to subscribe initially and sign memorandum of association in the presence of witness, which are 7 in numbers, 7 witnesses, and equally in case of public limited companies, so number of witnesses should be 7. So this is also called undertaking, that we discussed in the previous video. Undertaking means 7 members should witness aging above 18 years. So in what respect alteration in memorandum of association can? Alteration means definitely the scope or the production styles or some internal rules and regulations can be altered, can be changed. So there can be alteration in your memorandum of association even in future. So there is a process. We will discuss that in the next video. I will confine my video up till here. Thank you very much.